Hello, it's Danny here. So with exams starting next week, I wanted to speak to you a little bit about how I have been revising and how I've been trying to just maintain my balanced life during exams, because I know that's one thing that particularly in my first year that I struggled to keep with. In my first year I found myself pulling all-nighters, stressing, and it wasn't very good for my health and it made me quite poorly. Now I'm in my third year, I feel like I've mastered that a little bit more. I mean, obviously there's still struggles, but I feel like I'm getting to grips with knowing how to manage it. I wanted to just talk to you guys about it a little bit. So first of all, I'm just going to say a little bit about the revision itself. I think the main thing for helping me keep my balance with the revision, I mean, I haven't got too many exams, like compared to some people I've only got 2, but they are only a week apart and they're quite early in the exam period, so I obviously still have to organise and manage everything, making sure that I've got through everything that I need to. So obviously making sure I've got like a tick list of what I want to get through, but also just making sure that I take enough breaks, because you can't keep working for hours and hours and hours on end. So making sure that I give myself breaks, but also making sure that I don't take too many breaks so that I then stress about not doing enough work. But like one of the key things is making sure that you surround yourself with people that you're productive with, because I find that certain people I just get chatting to, and I as much as I love them, I just can't do my revision next to them because I just get too distracted. So that's not great. But then there's other people that like you can have a chat in your breaks, but then you can also sit next to each other and just knuckle down and ask questions if you need to. So one of my course mates who I'm very close to, she's always been good if I needed to ask questions. We've done our revision together for the last few years. Fortunately this year we are taking different modules, so I haven't really got that option with her, but I still have the same support base there, which is great. And the other thing is changing environment, because I find that if I try and revise in one environment day in, day out, I find myself finding it quite tedious. So sometimes it's nice to change the environment. So sometimes I will stay here and revise. Other times I will go to the library. It's a really nice weather the other day. I even sat outside and revised. So that was quite nice. Had like a nice cold lemonade, sat in the sun. So that worked quite nicely as well. It's just a change of environment, which just sort of kept things a bit fresher and kept me motivated. So I guess the next point is I make sure that I eat healthy, because that helps you like what you're eating then fuels your brain, fuels your body. Make sure that you've got the energy to retain the information, and also making sure that you're not just letting your body crash as well. So one of the main things was I found that in first year when I was trying to pull all-nighters, bad idea. One of the things that I found I was doing was drinking quite a lot of energy drinks and coffee, caffeine, things like that, and I would find that yes, it would help me for a little bit, but then I would really crash after and struggle. So now I eat a lot more fruit and drink lots and lots of water to keep my body hydrated. I know that it's just so important not to give myself that mega like sugar high or caffeine high, because then my body crashes and then I go through a massive like low period where I just can't take anything in, which is actually I find it's a waste of time. So you're better off eating in moderation, eating healthily, making sure that your body's getting the nutrients that it needs so that it is fueled to get that revision in, really. So like I said before, it's really important to make sure that you still get your downtime as well. So that means scheduling regular revision breaks. So I think I try and do 45 minutes of revision and then like 10-15 minutes break. I know it's probably not what is scientifically recommended, but I find that it takes me a little while to get my thought process together. So I find that works quite well. And then I have like after that 10-15 minute break, then you've got like a 5-10 minutes that you can just go back and try and remember what you did before the break and then carry on again. So I find that works quite well for me, but obviously it's just working out what time frame works for you. But just don't push through without breaks, because you won't be retaining information then. You're not giving your body the time to recover, like your brain the time to recover and take 5 minutes for itself to regenerate all the energy that you've used to try and retain it. And that includes having so I normally, I know that me and my friends have found that we work quite hard during the day, take a break about lunchtime, work in the afternoon again, and then have the evenings off, and then that means that we're still getting our downtime, we're still having time to socialise, we're not sacrificing the bits of our life that make the rest of the life easier. So I'm still finding time to go to the gym and exercise, because I find that also means that I am staying healthy, especially as I'm not dancing as much as I normally would be at the moment. So I need to just make sure that I'm keeping my fitness levels up, but also I find that exercise clears my mind out as well and gives me the space to be able to revise and feel good about myself revising. So that's nice. I also feel like today I took a bit of time out to just go and spend some time with one of my best friends, and we went and we got a Mad Cow milkshakes. So that was a nice little, yes, it was a little sweet treat, just something a bit different, and it gave my day a little bit of a difference where I didn't feel like I was in the same old rut going through like Groundhog Day, just revising break. So that was quite nice. Other things that I've done in terms of breaks, last week when it was quite a nice day and my friend decided to go out for lunch in the Mumbles, so that was quite nice. We went to Crozo Lounge and just had a burger, so that was enjoyable. Just nice little break, something a bit different. Had a walk around Mumbles. So yeah, it's just getting our exercise in, getting a bit of fresh air, and letting ourselves have a little bit of time off that we deserve because we've been working hard. So finally, I've just got some extra little tips that I feel are quite useful, that I have learnt definitely from experience throughout my 3 years. So first of all, just don't compare yourself to your peers, like your friends, your course mates, everything like that, because they will all work at different paces, they will all work in different ways, and you've got to remember that no two people are the same, and they might even have different goals. So like some people might be striving for a 2-1, others might be unhappy if they don't get a first. So you just got to remember that. Don't compare yourself to other people where they are in their revision and that type of thing. You've got to do what's right for you, and you will know if you're burning yourself out, but you've just got to listen to your body if you are, because that's when you are being unproductive. Another thing is, yes, it's good to organise your time, but make sure you are still flexible enough. So I got quite ill in my first year, to the point where I had to take a couple of days off of revision because my body just needed to recover. So you have to allow yourself to have that flexibility, because when that happens, you need to obviously then rework your organisation to still fit in the revision that you would have done on those days that you need off. But it is good to have those days off if you need them, because again, you don't want to burn yourself out, because then you're setting yourself back further. It's okay to ask for help sometimes. So I know the Swansea University is very good at putting on like coffee morning, like tea and coffee sessions where you can go and talk to people and ask for advice and things like that. And also just like they put on like massages, they have dogs coming in so that you can sit and stroke dogs, just to like give yourself that time out. So make the most of those, talk to the people that are there if you're struggling, and just ask for help if you need it. Don't suffer alone. And then finally, like the weather's been really lovely this week, and don't feel bad about enjoying it, because again, you deserve that time off. Whether you're revising out in the sun or whether you're just taking a short walk, it's okay to have that time off. Just don't do it all the time to the point where you stress yourself out and then cram at the end, because then you're setting your balance off. Just give yourself enough time to do it and schedule in those breaks to enjoy the nice weather. So now you've heard some things about how I try and keep my healthy lifestyle balanced during exams, like things like going to the gym, making sure I take my time out, organising my time, sleep, which is very important to me. So yeah, things like that. Obviously they might not work for you, but this is just my experience of what works for me. So I guess I should probably get back to revision, because I've taken a nice little break to talk to you guys. But yeah, I can't believe my 3 years has nearly come to an end. I've learnt a lot, and I guess we'll put the last 3 years of exam practice to the test now and get through these exams. So see you guys soon.